one of the things that we have decided is that we are not going to fund any gender-blind research, and we are categorizing our work on gender in terms of whether it is gender aware, whether it is gender sensitive, gender responsive, or gender transformative. Now, some of the lessons that we are learning from this work is even when you close gender gaps, whether it is in gender gaps in access to information, gender gaps in access to health systems, that real impact is only going to come from looking and addressing the underlying causes of gender inequality. Whether those underlying causes are around norms and cultural beliefs, whether those underlying causes are in policy frameworks or structural, what we call structural and systemic inequalities. So that's one of the key lessons that we have learned, that to really get to gender equality, we have to dismantle those systems. And as a research organization, we have a very critical role to play in terms of understanding what works to address gender and social norms, what works to address structural inequalities, what works in terms of putting the right policy frameworks that are supportive of women and girls, in place. The second lesson that we have learned is that partnerships are going to be really critical, and that a lot of gender expertise sometimes actually lies outside of the traditional research organizations, and creating these partnerships where organizations like civil society organizations such as CARE, the International Center for Research on Women, women's movements, men's movements. The third lesson that we have learned is that we have to combine, it's not just about research in our programming, but it is also research in it's also getting gender in other aspects of our work as an organization, whether it is in our policies, whether it is in the way we partner with other donor organizations. Because if we don't look also at our internal processes, then that can also compromise the extent to which we integrate gender in our external programming.